Hello, it's Macy again. How are y'all doing today? That noise you're hearing is my um, vacuum cleaner. It's something that I have to have. It's a little robot vacuum cleaner. And if you've ever tried vacuuming with a manual vacuum and you have the cord and everything, you'll understand why the iRobot was so handy for people in wheelchairs. Because of the basic fact that it's so hard to vacuum. Even though you can vacuum fine, but the cordless vacuums are so much nicer. Some of them are heavier. So if you have any issues with your hands or something like that, with the iRobot, you can get your own vacuuming done that you need done. It's a good product. I recommend it. The reason for my video today is I wanted to answer how my husband and I met. And a lot of people have been asking, and I thought I'd get that out there in the open. We met on a website that was called, oh gosh, what was that called? I can't remember now, but anyway, we met on one of the dating websites. And that was 15 years ago, going on 16. And we started talking on the internet about cars and motorcycles and how much I missed being on a motorcycle, because when I was younger I was able to ride with my brother-in-law, and mom and dad got a 400 and I rode on it. It was so much fun. But looking on it now, I'm glad I did it. I really am. But no, how we met. Again, we met on a dating website. And he came over one day. I got a phone call from him. And it was, have you got your hair up yet? And I was like, yeah. I had just moved into our home. My home. This house is made for me by Habitat for Humanity. And my dad helped build it for me. So it means a lot to me. But anyway, I was moving in here. And I hadn't even been in here 2 months. I met him. And he come over and picked me up. And I had on nasty shorts. And I had on a nasty top because I'd been opening boxes and putting stuff here, there, and yonder. And he comes over and he's got a 3-wheeler. A trike. And when he said trike, I thought of the Harley Davidson trikes, but this isn't what they are. I have a big trike, and it's got a 350 engine in it, and it looks like a car with an extended fork in the front. We always have pictures taken when we're in it. People are always wanting to photo it, and what it is it's basically a car body with a front fork extended frame. So I can't explain it. I'll put a picture on it if I can find it. And anyway, he gets me up on this thing, and Woody has never said that he didn't see my wheelchair. That is something that is, people say, oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see the wheelchair, I only saw you. That's a bunch of bullshit. If you go and see someone in a wheelchair, don't say that. You could say, I know your wheelchair is there, but that's not what we're here for, are we? We're here for you. And I think you are a fantastic person without your wheelchair. We're not even talking about that. Just you. And that helped a lot. And I had told myself before all of this, I prayed. And I said, God, just send me a friend. Somebody I could talk to, get along with, have a dinner with. I just want a friend. 2 weeks later, in comes my husband. And he was handsome. Oh, goodness gracious, he's handsome. And he was sweet and understanding. And never once said, ooh, there's a lady in a wheelchair. Never once. But we went out riding, came back, He gave me a kiss on the forehead and left. 2 days later, this happened again. Went out for a ride, got some ice cream or something, came back, kissed me on the forehead, left. And I decided that I was going to get all dolled up and I was going to go out. There was a band playing that I liked, and watch the band and then come back home. And I told him I was going. Well, he told me where he was going to be. And I showed up at what they called the NR. It used to be in New Salisbury, Indiana, but it's not there anymore. They closed the business with everything. Everybody else is having to close their businesses too. Small businesses just can't make it. But anyway, we went in there and we talked and had a wonderful time. And I had done decided if he kissed me on the forehead one more time, I was going to give him the old heave-ho. And he did kiss me that night. I asked him if he wanted to come over for some coffee, and he said no, he was going to go home, which really made me think he was a nice person. So anyway, we did that, and we had a good time. And the next thing I know, we went out again, and we did this for on and off for a couple weeks. And he had told his mother about me, and I got to meet her, and he had told a bunch of people about me that I didn't know. And he asked me to marry him. 2 weeks. And I thought, there's something wrong with this man. But I couldn't breathe. I mean, I was in love. I was absolutely smitten by him, which is rare because I don't get smitten like that. And I, after hyperventilating for about an hour, said yes. And that's our story. And we've been together ever since and never regretted it. Never. I'm not going to say we haven't had our disagreements, but in this house, when you disagree, you talk it out. You don't yell at each other. And then once it's over, don't say anything else about it. Because you know what? You shouldn't. You shouldn't say down the road, 10 years ago, you did this. Or you shouldn't bring it up anymore. And if you do bring it up, it's kind of like, boy, weren't we stupid? That kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, that's how we met. And we're best friends. We love each other. He has taught me so much about being a woman that I never really thought I would learn. But you got to understand, when I first got in my wheelchair, I was really worried about being intimate with people. And I was really worried about what I was going to do, how I was going to handle it. Because when you've never been in a wheelchair your whole life and you've been thrown into a situation to where it's going to get romantic, you get scared. I'm going to be honest with you. It makes you wonder how you're going to handle this. Because I didn't know if my body would perform the way it should. That's the one thing that doctors never talk to you about when you're in a wheelchair, is your sex life. I have never had anyone, since I've been in my wheelchair, say, do you have a good sex life? Because that's part of a good, healthy person, is a good sex life. And nobody's ever asked me that. Nobody ever told me what to do if something like that happens. So I just learned willy-nilly, just the way you always learn. And he was so understanding about that. And I again, when it comes to me and him and sex, it's normal. It's like everybody else, okay? I'm paralyzed from my waist down. But it still doesn't affect me like you would think, okay? There are people who are partially paralyzed, and that's what I am called, a partial. I'm not a complete. Partial means that I can't feel the back of my legs from the hip to the knee, and from the knee to the ankle or the feet, I can't feel anything. Causes me a lot of severe pain, but I can't feel anything. But yeah, that's how we met, and that's how it all happened. We got married in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, in this little bitty cabin that looked like an A-frame, and it was about as tacky as you could get. You want to talk about white trash tacky? That was tacky, with the heart-shaped tub. The outside it had a oh gosh, hot tub outside in the back, and it was as tacky as it could be. The lady who owned the place was taking pictures of us. It was so funny. And we got married by a guy who had a record, a world record of busting bricks. I think with his head, maybe. I'll have to look that up. I've actually got a certificate he gave me, the minister did, of his world record. But anyway, unusual set of circumstances at the wedding, so there you go. We've had a wonderful life. And if anything, I would like to say to people, you know, I've been on a motorcycle and I've been on two wheels from coast to coast, east to west, north to south. And don't give up on your dreams. Just figure out how to do it and go. It's going to take time, but get it going, okay, people? And until that happens, you know, you're never going to be happy. Because you're just having a half life. It's going to take time. But I wish you guys the best. I do. And until I see you again next time, this is Macy. I'm signing off.